This conference will now be recorded.
What I have explained, what is on-premises and what is a cloud computing. What is the on-premises system? What is the cloud computing? I have explained very clearly. And for the cloud computing, the companies who are all providing the services, the cloud service, one of the company is Microsoft, and they are naming their brand as a Azure, and also AWS. So AWS is going to Amazon, so their brand name as AWS, and also Google, and they are branding their name as a GSP, Google Service Provider. So currently these three companies are giving the cloud computing services. A simple thing in between the on-premises and cloud computing is, if we want to set up any infrastructure, any software or hardware or any kind of thing, generally if you want to start a small company, you need three things. Those three things are infrastructure related and platform related and software related. If we want to start any IT company or any IT development, generally the companies are expecting these three things. First, they need to set up a infrastructure. Then they want to set up a platform. Then they are running the softwares. Infrastructure includes, it might be hardware, some networking, a memory, CPU, all these will come under the infrastructure, and the security. So definitely you require all these things to set up your company. And coming to the platform, once you are setting your infrastructure, you need a platform. It might be operating system, and you need a SQL server. SQL server is not a software. It will cover under the platforms. Anything, Oracle or whatever it is. There are plenty of services available inside the Microsoft Azure. They're selling all these infrastructure related, platform related things through online, and the store name is Azure. Software related services they are not selling through Microsoft Azure stores. How Amazon, how Flipkart are selling their products, Amazon and Flipkart, how they are selling their products, Microsoft also selling the services. Software related or platform related or infrastructure related softwares they are selling through the Microsoft Azure. I'm sorry. Through Microsoft, their brand name is Azure. They are selling only related to infrastructure and platform related things only. The services available inside the Microsoft Azure store is only related to infrastructure and platform. They are not selling anything softwares. What do you mean by software? What do you mean by software? SQL Server is not a software. MSBA is not a software. A software in the sense already developed and you are just going to utilize. You are not going to do anything development on that. So for example, Gmail. Gmail is one of the cloud software as a service. They develop a Gmail software. You are just sending a mails. You are just using that. You are not going to do any development on the Gmail. Office365.com. Office365.com. And what will happen in the Office365.com? There are plenty of services available inside the Office 365. Those are softwares, means already developed. Word, Outlook, Excel, already developed one. You are just using for your purpose. You are not going to develop anything. You are just utilizing that service. So Microsoft is not selling the softwares through the Azure. Microsoft currently providing a platform and infrastructure related things through Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft is the company started online business selling the infrastructure and platform related services through Azure by using the internet. How to purchase infrastructure platform related services provided by Microsoft Azure through internet only, through internet browser only. How you are doing the Amazon, how you are doing the Flipkart, Amazon products you are purchasing? You are purchasing through www.amazon.com, www.flipkart.com. Similarly, Azure services also you are going to purchase www.azure.portal.com. They are giving a website URL and you need to purchase from there. Clear? Okay. So what is the advantage of this? Earlier we were using everything, infrastructure, platform, everything you are setting in your organization, in a building, in your own physical space. But what we are doing over here now, Microsoft is setting up all this infrastructure platform set up in a data center. The data centers are managed by Microsoft. You are just utilizing the service. Instead of setting up your own service, instead of setting up your own services and data center in your organization, simply you are going to use the services, common services provided by the Microsoft. Every company, instead of setting up all this infrastructure and platform in their own organization, Microsoft is doing common service and selling their services to the software companies. What is the advantage of this? The advantage of this is, if you are setting up everything in your organization, lot of initial investment. First, you need to put an initial investment to set up the infrastructure and platform in your own organization when you are using on premises, your premises. Instead of going to the cloud, if you are setting everything inside your organization, first you need initial investment. For example, I want to set up a small company. In that company, I want to do a small project, and that project is going to 3 months duration, but I need several services like a hardware, CPU, memory, SQL server. All these things is required. To purchase all these things, you need to set up some network also, network and security. Everything you need to pay initially to purchase all the services. For example, I want to purchase the SQL server, but this project is just for 2 months only. Even though you need to pay the full amount of the license cost of the SQL server to purchase and install in your local computer. After 2 months, what you are going to do with this one? Nothing. But you need to pay the whole amount initially when you are purchasing this. So initial capital investment is required when you are setting up all these things in your local on premises. That is the one problem. The second problem is, initially when I was purchasing this hardware, I just purchased 500 GB of the hard disk. But after 2 months, the data I have is growing. I need 200 more. I need 200 more. Is your system is going to support to set up 700 GB of the hard disk size? I'm not sure. Your system may not configure. Definitely you may need to purchase again 500 more. But you need just 200 only. Okay, that's fine. You are wasting your money. Again you need to purchase 500 GB, even you need only 200. So you are wasting money to purchase extra configuration, because your system may not support some configurations. That is the one disadvantage we have. That is the another disadvantage. And the third disadvantage is, okay, to purchase this 500 GB more and setting up this configuration need resources to set up. If you are working to MNC companies, if you are requesting for any kind of hardware or software, at least it will take 15 days to 1 month to resolve your issue. You need your manager approval, delivery manager approval, and that will send back to your NMG team. They will contact the procurement team. They will purchase this. Then the configuration team will set up everything in your computer. So this whole process take 15 to 1 month. Delay in process. So too much delay in the process. That is one thing. So what is the other one? The next one is maintenance issue. Definitely after you are setting up everything, continuous maintenance is required. So these are all the disadvantages we have when we are going to set up a software company in the on-premises. To overcome all these issues, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set up a cloud environment. What I will do, simply go to the azure.portal.com and just purchase whatever you want, and just pay how many days you are using, just pay how many hours you are using. That's all. You don't need to do any capital investment, just making, using and paying. It's a kind of rent based. You are taking a service just for 2 days and you are paying for just 2 days. So this model is simple. You want to eat a biryani, what you will do? Are you going to construct a restaurant? No. You will simply go to someone's constructed the restaurant and managed, and you will eat the biryani and you will pay only for the 200 rupees for that particular biryani. Same thing you can compare here. Just need 3 months project. You are setting a lot of things in your organization. Why? Why can't you go to someone providing all the facilities? Go to the Azure cloud and take it whatever you want, the services, and do your project. That's all. But just eating for one biryani, not necessary to construct a restaurant. You can go someone's managing a restaurant and eat it and paying just 200 rupees. Similarly, instead of using on premises, every company is moving to the cloud. Every company is moving to the cloud environment. To overcome all these issues, to avoid the capital investment, initial investment, when you are going to the cloud, there is no initial investment. And also, you need 200 more GB, not 500. Within seconds, how much memory you want, just purchase, just one click. I'm going to click on, I need 200 GB. Yes, click on 200 GB. That's all. Within seconds, any configuration, any service will be available. There is no delay process. Everything in the seconds of you can finish your service. No maintenance issues, zero maintenance. Everything will taken care by Microsoft Azure. Everything will taken care by Microsoft Azure. So you can focus fully. You can focus fully on the development of your project instead of maintenance. The maintenance and availability of the services will be taken care by the Microsoft. Only your focus is developing a project. Then obviously your delivery of your projects is very fast. That is the reason I am suggesting to go with the cloud computing. Apart from these three, Google, AWS, Microsoft, why we need to choose Microsoft Azure only? Azure is a brand name to start their service by Microsoft to selling the platform related and software. So Microsoft Azure having more the services comparing to this. Of course, Microsoft is the introduced after Amazon. Amazon is the first one. Then after Microsoft is introduced just 5 years back. Okay, so you have selected Microsoft Azure as a service to implement your project. And a company has started this Microsoft Azure. But so people who are all joining to this training, what we need to learn? Generally, Microsoft is providing so many services inside the Microsoft Azure. Are we going to learn all services? Definitely no. Are you learning Java, .NET, SQL, MSBI, Power BI, Informatica? When you want to come to the IT industry, did you learn all this C, C++, Java, .NET? No. We are selecting a particular stream. We are selecting a particular services what we require, what we want to learn to get a job. In which area you are more interested, just go. So that's the reason I have categorized this Azure into 4 job roles. This is a Microsoft. Inside it's Azure. And we are categorizing the 4 job roles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can choose any of the job role whichever is suitable, but I am going to cover here only one job role. So the people who wants to learn cloud Microsoft Azure, there are 4 things. One is Azure BI developer. This is not official from Microsoft. We were categorizing as per the company's requirement. Azure developer, Azure DevOps, Azure admin. There are 4 roles here. Whichever is suitable for you, you can. So what the Azure developer will cover and what kind of people are coming to the Azure development? This is more based on the apps development. The people who are having the background Java, .NET, some applications related development, they will go with the Azure developers. Azure DevOps is something managing of the projects and setting up the DevOps related activities. I think more of you heard about the DevOps. The same DevOps they are implementing inside the Azure. People who are all having from this background, they will go to the Azure DevOps. This is administrative, creating services, accesses, securities. These kind of activities they can taken care of by the Azure admin, making networking, creating the groups. Now come to the Azure BI developer. This is what we are going to learn now. Azure BI developer. What is a BI? BI stands for business intelligence. On a business, I have a business. I want to apply some intelligence. How can you apply the intelligence? By incorporating the information technology into my business, I can able to do more flexible of the business. Nowadays, every business having a IT, information technology. Let's say, for example, if you are going to the ATM center, they have an application installed on the ATM machine. And when you are withdrawing the amount, then the transaction information will go back to your database. And a bank CEO or the managers, by taking that data, they will do some analysis on the ATMs. Which area we are getting more transactions, and in which area we are getting less transactions. Do we need to remove the ATM centers to reduce the maintenance cost? This kind of analysis they want to do about their business. So they need a data, they need a storage, they need a systems, they need a ETLs, means taking data from one place to another place. They want a reporting to perform. All these kind of things we are covering under the business intelligence. The people who are more interested about data science, ETLs, reporting, if you are more interested about these things, yes, come and join and learn Azure BI developer. Is it mandatory to learn this course to know all these things? No. Generally, the people who have this background, they will come. The people generally who have interested about this data science, ETL, big data, reporting, they will come to the Azure BI developer. So in this course, we are going to cover Azure BI developer position. This is very demand currently in the market. In the Azure BI developer course, majorly we are going to focus on the business intelligence related tools, managing the data, processing the data, and showcasing the data, visualizing the data. So many projects, many companies wants to use Microsoft Azure. They have a Power BI. Power BI is a reporting tool. Power BI is a reporting tool to design the reports. So how the project will be implemented? Let's say, for example, this is a cloud. Inside the cloud, they have a data stored somewhere. They have a data stored somewhere. They have a data stored somewhere. They want to keep all the data in one place. And by using Power BI, they want to design the reports by taking the data from the Azure. So in this course, we are going to cover about data storage. Data storage, So to store the data, you can use Azure Storage Systems, Azure SQL, Azure SQL Data Warehousing. These are the services available to store the data. Based on the client requirement, we will do. Azure Analysis Services, Azure Data Lake, nothing but big data Hadoop. These are the services for storing of the data. How to store the data? You need to take the data from somewhere and you need to keep over here. Then ETL parts. If you want to perform any ETLs, we have a best tool, Data Factory. Azure Data Factory is a ETL. This is the main thing inside Azure BI course. It's a ETL tool. Similar like your Informatica, SSIS, ODI, Data Stage. These are the ETL tools. Same thing inside the cloud. If you want to perform the data loadings, Data Factory you need to use. And also to perform data analysis by reading the data from the big data systems, you need a data lake. Data bricks. This is nothing but a Spark. So majorly in this course, we are focusing on the Azure Data Factory, Azure SQL, Azure SQL Data Warehousing, Azure Analysis Service, Azure Data Lake. It's a big data Hadoop system, and Databricks. So this is all about data processing, data storage. All the services related to data management we are going to use inside the cloud. That is a BI developer, Azure BI developers. So if you want to see the course content, simply go to my website www.eclasses.com, and there we have Azure BI tab, and what are all the content we are going to cover in this course, you can see over here. Once you are learning this course, you can apply as a Azure BI developers. I have designed all these services in this Azure BI developer by looking on the job descriptions required by many companies. Some companies expecting only data factory developer, but you have a lot of things. Some companies are expecting only Databricks, Data Lake developer. Some companies expecting only Azure SQL developer. We are covering all these topics in this course. This is a 40 days course. So 40 hours duration. The prerequisites of this course is basic SQL, insert, update, joining two tables. That is enough. And to set up everything on your computers to practice, you need a credit card. Don't worry, they don't charge. Just creating a Azure Cloud account, you need a credit card. And on your computer, Windows operating system 10. If you have these two things, you are eligible to start this course. Okay. Any questions from anyone? So whoever not pinging the details, your personal details, can you guys please ping me your personal details? Your mail ID, your contact number, and your name. So please ping those details. The regular session is going to start from tomorrow. Sorry, the regular session is going to start from Monday. This first Saturday and Sunday we don't have session. Every Monday to Saturday we have a session, 1 hour, daily 1 hour. Daily 1 hour we are going to schedule this session. If you want to reach any questions, any doubts, you can reach me on my WhatsApp number 9885245722. On this number you can reach. Any questions so far? The people who are sharing your information, you will get the notifications, meeting links, materials. Yes, we are going to give introduction about Power BI as well in this course. Introduction about Power BI and how to connect from Power BI to Azure Cloud.
Hello, Ram.
Yeah. Good name?
Ram, can I ask?
Your good name, please?
Hello.
Yes, go
Madhu.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Madhu.
Ram, what's the fee structure? And one more question. We're going to discuss its real-time project as well.
So what will happen once we are covering this course? Each service, how it is going to integrate, then you will get an overview about this course. I mean, in the real-time situation, how this is going to process. Let's say, for example, I have Azure SQL, I have a data factory. So how this Azure SQL and data factory integrated, and in a project, how we are going to use, that overview I will give you. Then you will understand the flow of the project. I will explain the flow of the project. And I will give some sample data to perform a end-to-end project. I don't give real-time project. No one will give real-time project. Seriously, I'm telling. It's a dummy thing. But you will get idea, okay, this is the way we need to do the project by using these services. The fees related things and any queries you have, you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number.
Okay,
So
Ram. Thank you.
I'm planning to take this session at 11 AM IST. And if you have any issues related to timings and fees, reach me personally on my mobile number 9885245722.
Ram, there is any chance to start from 12 p.m. Rather than 11 a.m.?
Yeah, that we will check.
Hello.
Yes, if you guys have any questions about the timings and fee, just reach me on my number.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys, we will meet on Monday. Whoever interested, just reach me on my WhatsApp number as well. I will share the meeting link. You can join from Monday. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ram.